because then the team fight just swings so far in the favor.
The supports on Gladiators are really going to struggle with dealing with this Naga dragging the wave. I know it's not as potent as what it used to be, but is this something you're considering from Talon to maybe offset the current lane setup? Because we see level 2, they're going to go. Jabs should be our first blood with a dive slow. Duraccio doesn't need to dive under the tower thanks to Celery's damage over time. And they will take a little bit of damage from the create waves. Q's still going to hold them down as well with the avalanche, but it's a nice hit back.
Have that little bit of extra regen, but of course, with the Invoker, somewhat sustainable, right? You've got the Cold Snap to be able to play around with if you wanted to just sit in the Ghost Walk. Probably a little bit too early level-wise to do it. Yeah.
Nice avalanche to be able to cover Jabs at the moment. But the stun as well on the dive. Celery will actually go down. A much-needed kill for Talon.
Yeah, very, very nicely done by Q specifically.
Utility as well as a potential. Is there something you are looking at here for Ace?
I think the Radiance would work fairly well, right? You know that it's going to prevent perhaps a little bit of damage.
I don't know about this.
Middle.
Yeah, they wanted to go for Ollie, but it just meant that Savage was freely able to right-click. And now Ace is in some danger as well. Decrypt to slow him down so Savage can get in front of the retreating Brewmaster. This eventually will be a double kill, and we are seeing the power of this Pugna again. Talon. Dude, Quinn is bodying mid though. 34-6 compared to the 26-4. Very impressed with the start that we're seeing out of the puck so far. And of course, we know previously, actually top lane Jabs looking to TP out. Oh, we died in base. Stun still on cooldown for Duraccio. Q should be able to get back to the tower. Are they actually looking to go for it? No, never mind.
It's a big deal to have the Wraith King all the way back there, basically level on net worth with Celery up until this point off the back of the first slot. But again, oh, wasn't expecting that. You got to get those charges in the Urn of Shadows. You don't want it to be because you've died, and now they're actually going to go for a rotation of their own with that Arcane Rune, and they know they have to deal with this mid creep wave.
Jabs in a lot of danger. I mean, more heroes from Dire starting to funnel to top. You just have to sacrifice Jabs. In fact, he's even going to be able to TP out. Quinn is still going to be there nonetheless with the coil. So get the kill onto Q. Is this all 5 heroes? Everyone from Dire is at this top side.
He was able to TP out as a result of all of that. So, I mean, it's thinking on the fact that Talon are going to overcommit and they're going to really be able to come out on top with any sort of defense, because you can't have that sort of thing happen where you only end up getting a support, right? 23 Savage getting a ton of farm is
Celery, this could be dangerous. Coil with the egg, but they just blow up Quinn. His health pool disappeared. Makoto's going to go under the cover of the Ghost Walker. Pretty good dead shot, but really not going to help out too much in the end. Another turnaround's going to be there. What can these two supports do to pressure Talon? I mean, Tofu will use a defensive ultimate. Makoto can still stall out the retreat. Even got Tornado with the ready. An Avalanche will help them close the distance. A little bit messy with a Tornado. And Tofu actually gets out. They stop the tree throw damage. And our Celery is going to be back with a combo. Ace comes out of nowhere as well.
He won't be.
He's got the ultimate ready to go if they want to continue chasing. And in the end, I mean, it's a support for Quinn's life. You're probably happy with it for Talon, but it's a messy spellcasting nonetheless. Top lane Duraccio. Makoto's going to look to try and tip in with Jabs. He's just got him far too aggressive in this lane. They recognize there's a very vulnerable Chaos Knight to these rotations, and they will be able to capitalize off the back of that. He's going to try and make it work for the kill. Surely not, right?
Toss forward?
Duraccio, no way.
Oh my god, he's getting away. Chaos Knight is just so speedy, man.
Makoto, can he catch up to him?
No, he doesn't have Cold Snap or Tornado and or anything. There was a Ricky in the river.
Ah, okay. Right. Just trying to break down some trees to stop the TP locations in. I see.
For sure.
There no Celeries here?
Makoto be fine, though. And Savage is right behind him.
Cole's going to break. Dive directly on the top two. They want to deal with the egg of retreat. Savage and Ollie's going to try and turn to bring it down the ditch. Man, so close from Tofu to keep it up, but see, Talon nonetheless will be able to bring him down. Now they're going to look for more. Quinn Duke's over to the right side, but Q, perfect placement out of the Tiny. He's going to make sure there is no escape from the mid lane on Gladiators, or is there? Another orb to get some separation, and Quinn will get out of danger.
Yeah, barely. One more second and he would have been dead to rights. Looks like Makoto might even be looking to try and go for a bit of a follow-up here. He might see the Illusory Orb going up towards the north side, and he's got those Spirit Vessel charges.
Nice hunting, Makoto. going to be able to stop the Sunray instantly. Now Q's even moving over as well. They should be able to get a double kill as a result to this Mikoto. Hunting deep behind the tower, getting ready to potentially punish any defense out of GAIMIN Gladiators. And they should get him. Stuck around for a little bit too long. Duracho's been flawless so far, 17 minutes in. But Talon finally going to be able to close the door into the Chaos Knight. They are instant TPs coming through from Gladiators. Are they going to be fast enough to keep him alive? Sunray's out from Celery. Duracho getting a lot of bonus health back with the life steal as well. Now the Supernova gives him firm control. Duracho is all a bait, and now with Gladiators here, they can look to clean up. Jabs is going to end up going down. They'll be rewarded with the kill on TQ, but Savage wants to turn the fight. The first fight for him, looking to get involved. He's got that Orchid ready in the arsenal, but it's still messy. Mikoto doesn't have the health pool to bite back as well. Now Ace, he wants to charge on full, but the song will stop him short. Savage is able to TP out, but Duracho lives long enough. The boys come in full force, and that's a 3-for-1 in the end.
Really does shine.
Yes, another attempt potentially.
Yeah.
Underneath this observer ward.
No split now, but it's against the Radiance.
Should nonetheless, with all the magical damage, be able to bring him down.
The chance this time.
So again, this is the big thing we brought up in the draft, right? Like Gladiator.
Not if he dies though and gives up a good amount of that unreliable gold.
Back-to-back smokes that might not work out.
Jabs
is going to act as a bait. Pops the smoke, of course. Can eat a lot of the spells. They haven't used too many big abilities though. Meanwhile, over to the left side, Savage going toe-to-toe. It's a pretty good supernova in the middle of the team fight. 23 needs to make the call to retreat. They'll get out of range of the egg. It's a lot of abilities now used. Meanwhile, Jabs on the right side though does get assassinated. Can you still go for more from GAIMIN Gladiators? You don't have the greatest health pool in Duracho.
All you've really got left is the Pierce the Veil on to Tofu, and he's got the Aghanim shard as well to be able to play around with, so he can look to stand his grounded man fight, but he's going to be back up. He's still got the minus ticking, so I think he's generally okay with things. And he's going to be the one acting as that bait a lot of the time. You can see immediately after that, he queues up the Blade Mail, just making sure that, you know what, if you're going to commit this much onto me, not only are you getting burned, you're also probably going to die.
Really have the lanes in a good position to make some
BKBs though, and they've currently got no way to be able to have that BKB piercing disable right now. Quinn still just on 18.
Seller, detection? That's a little bit. What's the call going to be? Mikoto turns super early use of the egg. They don't really have many heroes to protect them. Mikoto with the alacrity. I mean, it's a big opportunity if Savage wants the song to get some more heroes now. Dai want to fight. They're coming in. Over to the northern side, Duracho assassinated Jabs. So that was a reincarnation used early on as Ace jumps in the middle. Duracho's going to look to get the second life out of Jabs as well as Savage's song will do nothing. 4v4 at the moment. Gladiators, can they look to get more as well as Savage is by himself? Talon, they're not in a position to protect him as GG find a big kill. They're going to be able to surround him on this second life, and Quinn will force away the reinforcements. Savage has the BKB to protect himself momentarily, but look at Ace guiding Mikoto on the backline. That sets up for Quinn's jump, and Orchid will prevent the spell casting, but the dead shot drags him back to Duracho, and Ace isn't done just yet. Deep inside the base they go. They might need a toss out. Q, can he protect Savage? They've got the drain. Ollie, he'll keep 23 alive for the moment, but there is going to be no response from Talon, and finally there is a big break from Dire.
There is, and I mean, it's unfortunate. Oh, they're still looking like they want to try fighting here on Savage. Again, the Avatos combo was available. Jabs is coming back up.
Savage, can you fight this? I mean, you really don't want to use this Mikoto buyback. You're relying on Ollie and Tiny to get you out of danger. Savage gets some distance. Quinn's going to jump to the backline as well, but the spell is still on cooldown for Q. Yours in snare. Avalanche is up in a couple seconds. Duracho's going to try and prevent Q from holding Quinn into place. And meanwhile, these buildings are full. They've held the buyback from Mikoto, but there's still a bit of an opportunity to get more kills as Quinn easily jumps and blows up Jabs, and all of a sudden, this game, it's out of control.
Yeah, it's blown wide open, and it goes back to the tiniest of things. They had the glyph for the tier 2 tower that they were fighting underneath. Maybe that... Even an aggressive glyph coming through here, wanting to protect this wave as much as possible.
Seen previously, the teamfight ultimates have been disastrous for Talon inside the fight. They're going to jump Jabs again to Star. Should be able to kill the first life without committing too heavily. What can Talon do to protect Jabs on the respawn? Get some separation to the right side. There's the song. They can help protect Jabs, but do they go back in afterwards?
Got a toss on Q.
They're so hesitant.
They're not going to get anything. One, probably the longest they could have possibly hoped for on GAIMIN Gladiators, and you don't want to walk up into this.
Quinn's in a great spot. Pops the smoke, gets the information. They're going to use the ward as well. Q will find a pretty good initiation onto the Phoenix. There's just no follow-up.
No, boys.
Salary is okay. Q's jumped into the lines. Dan and Talon don't want to follow him to death. They'll look to retreat to the southern side. Doracho's gone far too forward. It's a big kill onto the chaos side if they're going to be able to find it. A supernova dropped on the Egg. They're going to try and turn to deal with the Egg. I don't know if they got the right clicks. Egg will pop at the last second. Makoto's in some danger. Doracho with the instant buyback into the middle, but Savage, he'll give them an opportunity to retreat. Ace, he actually cancelled the TP. The Bruling stops Savage from getting out. They can now chase the Naga Siren down to the south. Quinn, he got Makoto as well. A disastrous fight. The buyback from Doracho, huge. The Egg even better. And now GAIMIN Gladiators can look to walk it down and go for the finishing blow. Savage wants to bring one man with a grave, but he won't even do that.
They got absolutely nothing left as well. Q doing his route, but then the greed took over. The classic mentality of wanting to go into that late game. SEA plays it better than a lot of other teams and a lot of other regions, but it's just not enough.
Shaz is like, take my life instead. But they will just turn to the throw. Makoto's back. You've got, Savage in fight, but it's far too long. Couple seconds too long. In fact, in GAIMIN Gladiators will be rewarded with their gameplay with a first map victory 39 minutes in. Back and forth with Pango. Let's see. It's of course a classic. We got a whoa.
About, having to contend against the likes of this break coming through from the Primal, the break coming through from the PA, and the really strong lanes that you've got in both of the side lanes.
Q in trouble? Tofu should be able to get that blinding light pushed back. They're going to have a lot of slows as well. Jabs is actually coming back in, but I don't know if there's much that Talon can do to get Q out of danger. They might be able to get a return kill. Quill's also taking a lot of damage, and the Quills are starting to stack up. Celery is also in some danger.
They going to get away? Oh, they didn't commit onto one of them. They just got
side lanes. Meanwhile, of course, we're going to have a lot of action from top and bottom. We will take a look at how mid's going at the moment with Makoto and Quinn. I'll hold that because bottom action continues. Never mind. Savage going to stand strong. They feed the Lotus, and if required, he's got a Fairy Fire as well. Tofu tries the body block, but now he's going to be in trouble too. Blinding Light pushed away. It won't do anything. Savage easily able to chase him down. Now top lane as well. Q's got the snowball to close the distance. Doesn't drag in Jabs. He's trying to deal with the
neutral creep.
Dude, what?
What a
Rapier. Well done.
A little bit by some of these creeps. You'd hate to get hit by that purge from the State of Banisher. Might get a D-ward off. Never mind, it's denied.
Oh, no, Roche. Oh, no, Roche. Oh, my God. Surely not. All right.
Just placing that nice high ground vision as Tofu might potentially reveal that he has the potential to drop down a nice blinding light, pushing Ollie back up onto the high ground, and oof, just placing that fresh ward as well.
Q. Should be fine to be able to get the snowball off to dodge the Rolling Thunder. They might even turn over to the right side. Tofu is in some trouble. Ollie and Makoto hand in hand should be able to bring down the support on Gladiators. There will be a response though. Pretty good shards, Quinn nonetheless. Swashbuckle at the ready. He's going to be able to guarantee the power rune is an illusion, which is quite nice. First Invoker early on as well.
Both, well, honestly, all three cores on GAIMIN Gladiators are great stack takers.
The Racho's in some trouble. These Quills up to 4 now, especially with Q here. He's got a Kree wave coming shortly. You see Jabs is angling to the right side to be able to follow in pursuit. And the shards locks him into place. And this is going to be a catapult wave as well. So this damp tower will take a lot of damage off the back of that kill from Talon.
Really?
Arachio straight back into the lane. You're going to need some mass TPs out of Gladiators. Well. They will come through the form of Ace along with Celery.
I mean, these are big TPs right now. Savage has this time to be able to play solo. Ollie able to dodge out that onslaught. Is he going to get away? Surely not.
Oh, all right.
But
Savage came through the portal.
This is done.
Rupture at the ready as well. Oh, doesn't find the vision on Doracho. Forced to use it on Ace now, though. They'll try and kill the tower to stop the rotations, but Kodo's here as well. So another big kill that Talon's going to be able to pick up, really minimizing how much Rapier can get out early on. Shots from Q. Celery just slips out.
Movement, and it's not even him that gets the kill, it's Makoto. I'm sure he's going to be a tiny bit salty about that.
It is good to see him being active, though, nonetheless. I mean, Rupture can almost always guarantee a kill, and we're going to see it not even used here for Tofu. Kodo is able to get himself closer towards the vessel. Gladiators are trying to strike back, though. It's Quinn and Celery together. You do have Ace reasonably close by as well.
DD.
That double damage rune is going to shred them apart.
Nice
now, the shards makes it a little bit awkward, but Savage has already tanked up way too much damage, and Quinn's already looking for the +1 kill. They won't be able to chase down Q. They will get a nice little Courier snipe.
Is capable of providing that impact, but we talk about impact, that diffusal blade only about 400 gold away.
Uh-oh, Ace. Should be able to stop the trample away. Celery's actually going to drop the tombstone on the higher ground, but it's going to do nothing here. So nice little kill for Talon. Let's see where Makoto wants to go next. He's really been on the mark with his rotations. 3 with jabs. Also a great timing as well out of the power. He's going to run straight into him. But they want to go for Tofu, which is the easy kill. Blinding Light will only stall this one out. Quinn will try and do whatever he can. Ace is even got a TP in. Rolling Thunder's still on cooldown for 15 seconds. That's a
nice
perfect tornado. Makoto's Invoker this game is really on point. Now Quinn's in some danger. They will have the Snowball to be able to stop the Pulverides, but it's a little bit too late though. And now Celery is going to look to enter with a Flesh Golem. Makoto in some trouble, but the shards will do nothing as Gladiators. A big couple of kills to be able to slow down this momentum that the Invoker's been starting to build.
Yeah, and they could have potentially gone for a bit more of a slow play, right? They have the Ghost Walk, so doesn't want to waste that, but they're just waiting to see if there is any hero that ends up showing themselves. Would love a quick kill onto Celery.
It might not be quick though.
For the boys.
Gladiators are nearby. Lucky Shot's going to make it a little bit more messy. It looks like with jabs coming through along with the Ice Blast, without a doubt they'll get the kill. There might be a Tombstone as well if they want to go for it. Instead, there is a tier 1 mid they can consider.
That as much as possible through, you know, the roll-up, through the Satanic, being able to heal up a lot of that damage that's being done, and take away, more importantly, the attention from Duracho, the core that you're really worried about. That's the big factor.
Finally, dude.
Get the grab ally.
When was the last time we had a kill? Far out. Makoto going to be rewarded off the back of his move. The help of the Ice Blast.
Needed.
That is a much needed kill. This has been a very slow game like we saw last time around this time. So ages for another 50 seconds. Seems like they're kind of happy with at least all the farm they've been able to get. I guess we go back to the question I asked last game. Like, Talon late game compared to Gladiators?
Set up for things like the Ice Blast to completely isolate someone away. And
oh no, man.
Solo.
They don't want to take the Bay. Maybe they think there's more. They'll drop the ward. There's a sentry in range. Jab should know.
Jab sees it.
It's activates the BKB, tries the turn, but once AC is going to be in with the break, might be a little bit easier about killing the Bristleback. They're hesitant though. Gaming don't want to commit heavily, and now with the reactions out of Talon for the grab ally, he'll keep him alive momentarily, but it's not going to matter. Stunned as he re-enters the living. He won't be there for too long. They want to go back in though. Savage is committed with the BKB. He's in a lot of trouble as Quinn's going to be able to target him down for the moment. Has more than enough walls to be able to bounce back off. The Rupture's proving to be annoying, but it will not matter in the end. And now Q can still jump over the top. Jabs is starting to stack up this damage. His Bristleback has gone uncontested. And where is Duracho? Just not involved throughout that team fight. Was having a bit of a battle over on the left side. I think he killed Oli, but maybe with him there we see a different fight. But in the end, Talon, they're able to come out on top.
Yeah, and they've got the break now on the PA as well. She's got basically all the items she could possibly need, even going into that nullifier next.
Can't lose that ward.
That Ghost Scepter's not a fact.
They're going to jump Q straight onto Tofu. They should be able to blow up the Keep of the Light, but once again, Celery will keep him alive. They found Makoto. Now that's a big target to take out of the equation, but Savage is going to look to enter as well. Duracho! These crits are raining down, and now Quinn hot in pursuit, but who does he want to jump though? The zombies giving them the information. Talon done a pretty good job to retreat, but the BKBs, they're not available if a further fight does break out as Quinn would jump over the top of the shards, but they would just sacrifice the life of Q, and there we go. A fight will go the way of GAIMIN Gladiators, and eventually they're going to be rewarded with Roshan as well, and this map will now start to shrink as a result.
said, it really does show that if you just lose one fight, if you don't use the net worth that you've built up for that level of effect,
are they coming?
Look at how much damage. I don't know if you could look to fight this. I mean, an instant Sunstrike maybe when Makoto comes up to see
no
if
Ice
it
Blast
actually is the case. No Ice Blast and complete vision as well. Ace is acting as that frontline bodyguard.
Ice Blast is coming through now. It's going to clip on two.
Grab
You've
ally.
got the Age has been instantly taken care of. And now they won't get much value out of the break as well. It's going to be on cooldown for a little bit of time. What's the call on Talon? Makoto's going to be back in. Duraggio jumps to the left side, but the BKB on cooldown. Can he activate the cheese? Gets it off for the last second, but he's still going to be bursted. Full to zero. And Jabs is left standing in the middle of it all as well with the Scepter. This bristleback is ripping Ace apart. They got to get out. Gladiators, you need to cut your losses, but Q jumps over to the top of the high ground. That's a perfect shard placement. There is no retreat from Dyer. Tofu will be cut down as well as Talon. The numbers disadvantage, it did not matter. What a fight by the pit.
That's crazy. I thought they had no chance, no BKBs, 3v5 sort of situation, but the breaks just weren't there. They were able to land the perfect Ice Blast at the perfect time. Vision for it. Oh, is he going to go for it though?
He may get blown up with this DD. Jab's going to run straight to them, and with the ward, they know that no one else is behind him. This is going to be a huge kill. Break is out, and his health pool just evaporates. That's a gem as well. Double gem now for Gladiators. All right, straight rolling thunder.
Yeah.
Backline, and also play with that tombstone.
They know they're about to go for a smoke. They just grouped up under a watcher that they had under their control. So right now, Jabs just wants to shove out the wave, force someone to have to deal with this first. Tornado off the mark.
Oh, Makoto being on the front, worrying.
If they can retreat, this would be huge.
Rupture's out as
They get a
well.
good rupture off.
Quinn's going to have to protect himself with the Arcanum shot. He's fallen pretty low, but meanwhile, Duraggio wants to jump in the middle. Ace is going to fall in pursuit as well. They're holding down Makoto momentarily. Duraggio with the burst damage. They'll deal with the Invoker. What's the call now from Gladiators? Can you look for more kills? As Q, he is isolated in no man's land as Talon can't enter Dye's side of the map. And another fight will go the way of Gladiators, and now they can look to get some more objectives.
Good God, that was good. Just wait out the rupture. Make sure that you, with your Satanic, is able to provide the safety. And like you said, they isolated Q. Q did the right thing. He wanted to get that Walrus kick off.
There's no way they run into Savage, right?
Surely not.
Close. Wait, hang on. Are they thinking about fighting Q? Tofu's not with the boys at the moment. Duraggio, no BKB as well. Ice Blast will clip on the right side. It separates the Phantom Assassin, and there is that combo. Rupture kick. Health pool gets blown up. Gladiators will be able to retreat, so they only lose one, but of course that is a big kill on Duraggio, and Roche is up in 20 seconds. We'll see if Talon's able to scout it out straight away.
High risk, high reward. That's the Talon way. We saw that with the previous Roshan attempt, and they weren't able to secure the Roche, but they still got the successful team fight off up against a PA.
Let's see the Watcher getting taken. No pings though. Makoto almost running straight into them. It's a jump. Tofu will start. They've got the vision advantage. Instant rolling thunder. It's Quinn's going to try and hunt the backline. Second use of the rupture. Quinn's going to have to stand in the middle. Where's Q to be able to get the kick away? Now Quinn, he's isolated from the team. It's all up to Duraggio now, but the rupture's used. He should be free inside to fight. He's going to try and chase down Makoto to the south. A quick disengage gets him out of danger. They're not done just yet though. Ace hunting for more, but Talon retreated to the safety of their high ground. Do they want to go in though?
It's just such good team play coming out from GAIMIN Gladiators, man, right? Like, you're going in, you're popping the Satanic, you're getting down to about 30%. Quinn able to heal up to a very, very healthy portion. And then the perfect timing from the grab ally. Not to mess up once. Kind of like what we saw last time around, right? Like, these team fights haven't gone swimmingly for Talon. Like, it's just been really good play by Quinn and Celery in particular. They're just understanding of where exactly each other want to move, where each other needs to be, has been just on point.
Wait, this is a scary bridge to cross. Early will lead the charge, wants to drop his own ward, which completely scouts Talon out. And Duraggio is going to be able to jump as well, but the break's there. Jabs is in a lot of danger. Refreshes his health pool thanks to the cheese. Now Duraggio down low, they blow him up. No Duraggio for the team fight. Talon, you've got to get more. This is your one opportunity. They'll try and cross the bridge back to their side of the map. Ace wants to try and disrupt them,
Perfect
but the tornado clips on 4. Duracho will bite back, but he's way too far away from the team. Ace is going to hold down Savage on the right side. Ace just solo killed the Bloodseeker. Now there's a big opportunity. Gladiators, they'll need to get more out of this. The investment out of the buybacks is costly, as Quinn should stop Makoto on the retreat. If they got detection, it looks like they do. Will try and TP out, but the rock throw will stop him short, as Gladiators somehow come out on top.
The cojones to use this buyback if Q is able to get into a good position for a kickback. They might be able to do it.
Oh, they're looking for it. Maybe being able to blow him up. 4-0. Celery again. This tombstone save. And now you've just sacrificed Q's life. And Bristle's in a little bit of trouble as well with the breakout. Ace sees an opportunity to be able to charge in the middle. Savage tries to do what he can, but it's not going to matter. Now Duracho senses an opportunity. Makoto with the tornado will disrupt. The combo's going to get laid down. Kick further inside to base. GAIMIN Gladiators. What can you do on the respawn? To just even sacrifice his life? Quinn will try and give an opportunity for the Phantom Strike, but the instant Hex is finally there. And now they're looking for more as well. Ace, kick back. This is the opportunity Talon have been waiting for. Ace will go down without a doubt. It's just a question of can they get more kills. This Savage will not be able to cancel Quinn's TP, but that is the dieback on Duracho. 100 seconds for Talon now.
To fight, and they know it's 20 seconds until the PA is a concern.
Jabs doesn't have the greatest mana pool for this fight.
I don't think they want to take a fight at all. Yeah, they're going to clean up what is possible, and then they're going to get the hell out of there. Octarine queued up. I understand it. Just wanting to get more walrus kicks. I wouldn't hate seeing him go a silver edge as well.
It's a good ward.
Another way.
It's a really good ward. Smoke's going to pop. Good reaction.
So quick. And Celery, I think, has been the MVP.
Hang on, they're coming.
GG so far.
Smoke's gonna pop. Ollie's in a really peculiar position where they can just blow up the support. A quick guaranteed kill onto an easy opportunity. Gives them a 4v5 and potentially more as well, as Q's gonna go down. These are the heroes without buyback. Savage.
No, Savage, he trapped himself.
He can BKB and TP, but you got to make a call pretty shortly. He's going to TP now. His Ace disrupted the charge. Won't stop him, but dude, now no one's there.
The guy that died back.
No one is with Jabs. It's just Makoto as well. But the Invoker, he also needs to get out of danger. That is a disastrous team fight. The worst thing that could possibly happen. As Savage is going to try and do whatever he can, but one crit jump over the top. Duracho will not let Savage get back to the base. And now they sense blood in the water. Makoto as well. You could not have had anything worse happen for Talon. And now as a result, Makoto, they'll catch up to him as well. Buybacks are used instantly. I guess at least the lanes are in an okay position, but...
And a minute until the PA, so Duracho feels confident in being able to go for this all-in style push.
They've got Glyph, but it's a miracle hold. Gladiators one fight away of getting some revenge when Talon knocked them out of Riyadh. Let's see what the combo is going to be. Oh, it's not on the mark. You tried to set up with the tornado. They're just going to go for the throne. Duracho might die to the Sunstrike. That's a big start. Makoto's putting in work in the defense. Ace will try and turn to Savage, but Q kicks him right next to the fountain. That is the damage they need to bring down the Primal Beast as well, and they have held. We are not done just yet. The Savage will also stop Celery from getting out of maybe Celery. Oh, cute. Nice prediction. All right, it's able to catch up to Celery, so at least there will be a third member that does go down.
It won't change too much of anything. Second lane of Rax going in their favor. So again, the lanes are passively just going to be helping them somewhat by impact from the base.
It is, but
they've finally found a little bit of isolation. No one's claimed that watch right now.
Quinn, he's not going to mess around. Instant rolling thunder. Looking to get to the back line. There's the Lincoln's double. Savage, he's in a lot of danger. Duracho is going to try and close the distance. Savage, can he get any lives? Still back. It's too late for Makoto spellcasting. Still, they will get a return kill. Can Makoto slip under the cover of the invis though? Ace has got the detection. Pulverize slams him into the ground. The buyback to the pivotal thing is they're already back in the middle thanks to Tofu's hell. Can they get any more off the back of this though? Ace is going to try and get onto Jabs. They'll separate themselves. Two fights are breaking out simultaneously. As Jabs contested so far, but he's not going to have the mana or the health shortly as well. As the breaks are proving too much of an issue. Look at the mid base though, Makoto. He just brought back dude Makoto. This is an all or nothing play. Quinn's going to need some assistance as well. They'll get the TP in from Jabs. They're going for the throne, man. Someone needs to respond.
It happened to them at Riyadh with Liquid. They're trying to see if they can do it themselves.
But they're not going to have the numbers. Jabs is pretty goddamn survivable. Two fights again are happening to Rapier. He's not with the boys. There could be an opportunity to Rapier and Savage going toe-to-toe. They're going to push him down to the southern side. I mean, back to mid, we see Jabs and Quinn. The BKB protects the Bristle back down to the south we go. Ice Blast connects. When is an opportunity for Savage? First Hex is out, and that's all they need. A dieback onto Rapier. 2 minutes without your Phantom Assassin. Are you kidding me?
They did. Dota is where C really shines.
Dude, why is there a Rapier on Oli? What am I looking at? What is this?
Attack from range, Ollie, do it.
It's all or nothing now. You just got to go for it. 25 seconds. Quinn's onto Makoto, BKB. They want to deal with the Tombstone. What's the call? Messi inside the team fight. There's a lot of damage from Ace. He's trying to control the backline, making space. The throne is now exposed. Talon, they're going to go straight for the jugular with a Stygian Desolator. This base is falling fast. Still Duraggio down for 5 seconds, and it's going to be too long. Talon will send us to a deciding game 3. And
put everything on the back of the Earthshaker, and you can't allow a faceless. Can you do? Also, just wondering what the item build is going to be like on Makoto, but I think both you and I agree that.
Celery, yeah, in some danger with the fissure placement. Jab's going to be able to land the Starbreaker, and this will be our first blood. And Duraggio, we forced the time walk away. So Talon strike first in our final game.
Understanding that this is the period of time when that siege creep is starting to come along too, so the fact that they've been able to pull this wave might not be the best. It'll be a little bit of damage being pumped into this tower and a full wraparound coming from the Jakiro here.
What a scary position for them. He's going to be able to bounce them back into the Phantoms. Great positioning out of the Spirit Breaker charge. I mean, Q's going to come down, but what can he really do with this rotation? Maybe Celery is in some trouble.
Nah, no damage. No mana on Ollie. There's no chance.
No. Should be able to go through the portal. They're going to go for kills instead. Why not? They see some freebies and they'll be rewarded. A great rotation through the portal from Cellar. You deal with the ward, you stick around, get a couple of big kills.
Kill gets dead shotted back with the haste route, so he gets the hell out of there. He's gone for the phase boots route, so this is much more of like less of a farming build, more of a kill build.
That's Phantom placement. Solar Guardian's going to be in the fish. It's a little bit awkward though. Jabs is on the other side, but Makoto will struggle to follow up. Dude, everyone from Gladiators recognize the importance of this fight. Duraggio is ready with the Chrono, but the instant Delta split away from Talon, he'll still get an opportunity to use it onto the offlaner. But now 23 Savage, he's ready to go for the 10v10. They should be able to deal with Tofu. Gotta be cautious. Q's gonna be able to buy him some time. Attribute shift at the ready, so Savage will not be blown up.
It's just ends up being the end of Quinn.
Man, double Midas has been worked on for Gladiators. Ace is so farmed and potentially going to be rewarded with another kill. Savage blown up from 4-0. Mid lane now though. Are they not even going to have the damage? You serious? Ace everywhere across the map with the early Spirit Breaker involvement. Ollie will get the kill onto Celery, but this is getting to some dangerous territory already with the fact that they are 2k ahead, and you're going to have a great Midas timing on Duraggio along with Ace.
Yeah, you will indeed. And again, I've said it time and time again, all you need is level 9 on the Spirit Breaker, and he's already 7.5 pre-10 minutes. Is this another kill? Oh, perfect. Oh, can't walk through it though. Oh, the calling, just doing that damage to be able to take him out. This is a ridiculously farmed Spirit Breaker.
And it's going to be Quinn as well, who's ridiculously farmed after the kill onto Q. Ollie, nothing he can really do. We'll chuck out a banishment, but it does not matter. And you are in dire straits now for Talon. You desperately
still rushing the Blink Dagger, but something that's going to allow you to rush that Blink Dagger a little quicker, and then eventually, when you're getting into your next items, whether it be Crit, Aghanim Scepter, whatever it might be, it just feels like...
they're just baiting Jabs. He's gone a step too far. and they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Dawnbreaker. They might even get Earthshaker as
silence.
well. Once again, Tofu spellcasting. Such pivotal factor of them being able to
Muerta, man. You have
what is required out of him in this game.
Kodo at least is relishing this small amount of time that he's got solo in the mid lane. Able to put a little bit of pressure on that tier 1 tower as well.
This is a gigantic kill. I think he does, especially with Ola here. That is a much needed kill. Savage able to bring down Ace, who was off to an incredible start this game on the offlane Spirit Breaker.
Active net worth that he's looking to play around with. And if you can just look to hinder that further and further, it means that the Faceless Void gets more usages out of the Midas. The Faceless Void gets to start building into his farm. And you can see that's exactly where the charges are coming mid once again.
There's a double LSA, and now they're going to get Makoto as well.
Yep.
It is just, it's the same recipe always. Gladiators, so much emphasis on securing power runes. Talon only bring 2. And they're going to be punished for that. If you're going to go for these runes, you need to bring more members.
Yeah. Tale as old as time. GAIMIN Gladiators playing around. And maybe that's the sort of time that you, alongside the Shadow Demon with the Disseminate plus the Dawnbreaker, is able to make a lot of these kills happen.
Although they will make the attempt, replicating GAIMIN Gladiators play. If they're not quick though, Dire's going to smoke and go through the portal.
Yeah.
It has to be perfect because Dyrachio has the boys shortly, and if they group up for the chrono, this could be devastating. Jabs, he's just going to run up and meet them all, and you can't take a fight here with the calling. It's going to be disastrous. They'll still try though. Tofu's falling low. All the AoE control proving to be an issue. Jabs tries to get the ultimate up, but just to no avail. And they just are all mincemeat running into the grinder as now GAIMIN Gladiators. They'll find Ollie as well in no man's land. Savage considers about showing up, but he is far too late.
I feel like that's the sort of play that you make. I think that's something that we do need to highlight from Talon's perspective, that they're doing the best with the situation that's been given to them, but it's just not enough, right? You need to give him a little bit of this extra farm, and I mean, he's getting it up on this top side. It's a ballsy play to be sitting that far forward, and someone needs to be given up for it, and it looks like it's going to be Ollie. How can you be allowed to go on Tofu at level 9, man? It's just not right. I mean, they've got the stuff to be able to make a counter initiation happen. Dyrachio is not too far away.
Instant TPs.
Get one.
Oh, Quinn, that long-range stun. Can he blow up Savage?
Dyrachio is still hungry for it, but doesn't look like they'll be able to convert. So waste some TPs, and of course we know that really that's going to disrupt this Solar Guardian coming in. Jabs is the one that's had the biggest benefit of a lot of these aggressive plays.
Quinn,
double stun.
A bit blocked from the fissure. This could be a pretty good opportunity. Oh, the Echo Slam though, just too late. Quinn slides out of trouble. The wards from Talon was a big opportunity to get a kill onto the lean, and nonetheless, you got to use some ultimates, but when you're this far behind, you'll take
Jabs to be able to start things off similar to a Spectre, just go on them instead, but looks like it'll have to be Ollie. Yeah.
And he'll, I mean,
he'll just go. They skew.
Oh, Makoto. You also get more fissures. Going to stop the charge.
All right, nicely done by Q. Still ends up costing them a couple, but could have been much worse.
Multiple members on Die. I think they were just in range to see the smoke.
Yeah, they were indeed.
So everything is at the ready from Dire. Tofu and Ace going to lead the charge. Ollie once again. Be able to pop this. Q will give him some separation. Should still be able to get the kill. Makoto with the counter over the Echo. It's a pretty good combo. Can they blow up Quinn? And they will. That is a great start. Dyrachio, can he find the angle for the Chronosphere though? Over to the right side, the waveform. Savage toying with GAIMIN Gladiators. And now the fissure onto 2. The perfect start as Makoto's going to jump over the top of the chain control. Dyrachio protected for the moment for the BKB, but they can continue to chase him down. Ace is going to charge through from downtown. You might need the Chrono protecting Dyrachio. In fact, it won't be required, but Ace in some danger. In fact, it's actually Celery that is the one in trouble, and Talon somehow, some way, find a incredible team fight. They take 3, and that is all thanks to Ollie's positioning. A big opportunity. They're going to go soon. This Roche is down to half health.
This would be such a big initiation if you're able to get all 3.
They're clumping up for a potential Echo. They need the vision. Shadow Team will provide that. Could Makoto lead the charge as well? Look at the calling. Tofu in a close area could be devastating. They're going to be able to get the jump in. Roche is down. Makoto gets the ages. It's a great start for Talon. Duracho used an early BKB as well. Talon kiting over to the right side. Okay, momentarily. We need to see what Duracho can do with his ulti. Savage, he's going to charge over the north side. Duracho doesn't even get to play this team fight. As Talon now can potentially get some more kills. Makoto stops the charge. Ace, 4,200 health. But when he has no heroes to play around him, it doesn't matter how long it takes to kill him off. As Talon, somehow they've got the net worth lead. They were down 7,000. But this is the first real time that we've seen Talon actually entering Dai's side of the map off the back of a smoke.
It's with the Aegis, it gives you that confidence to be able to make these sorts of plays, maybe thinking that he's a little safe here, Duracho on the right-hand side. Kodo careful not to pop his smoke on the towers, and ooh, how quick is he on the fingers? Yeah. You're still pretty satisfied with that, though.
They're really split. They're going for their own kill. Jabs is isolated. Gonna be able to blink closer back to the T2 tower. Meanwhile, I mean, there's a straight chrono as well, so everyone else is stuck from being able to join, and Duracho just gets the time walk away. Savage wants to jump on forward, though, but the BKB stops the dead shot. Has he got the damage? He does. Waveform to confirm the kill, and Savage is not done just yet. Your high ground will not stop me. The Savage finds a double further to the south. Ace is isolated. We saw prior, when he doesn't have any boys to play with, he can be vulnerable. Quinn's gonna TP in, has to jump over the right side as the Acro Slam Ace. He'll find an opportunity to charge away, but Quinn, he doesn't have the same capability. Tries to fly up to the high ground, but he's gonna be cut down. Just what is going on? GAIMIN Gladiators, they are crumbling.
Right, you've got Quinn, who's level 20 now. Big damage buff coming through for this Magic Lina. 11% spell amplification coming through. I believe Ace has the Shadow Blade completed, so it's another thing that's just going to enable to...
They see Tofu.
He shows himself, yep.
Simultaneous jumps to the right and left. Both supports blown up from 4 to 0. They're not messing around, Talon. They're looking for more as well. Right under the cover of the Shadow Blade. Ace is going to charge into the middle as well. You still have the Chronosphere. Savage with the Replicate's going to be able to prevent Duracho. They split away. Duracho doesn't have a good opportunity for his ultimate. Will finally use it, but it's a wasted Chrono. He'll get no value out of it. And now Makoto can hunt. Tofu stuck in no man's land. As Talon just have their number. Gladiators cannot take these fights anymore. Wow. They will look for the hold, of course. Charge in. They're going to try and take a fight 3v5s. You got the buyback out of Quinn. Ace might get blown up with the crit, so they've got to be cautious. A lot of damage onto the Morphling. Savage is in some danger. Finds the waveform out of the base, and what's the call from Talon? If you look to retreat, maybe set a formation up. They won't even double back. They're happy with that. Somehow, they'll find a way.
Instant use of the voice line.
Sometimes it is just your lucky day.
Just can't wait for him to get to the neutral camp, I guess.
And this is going to give Talon now an opportunity to set up around this top side. Instant jump. Chrono still on cooldown for another 5 seconds. Tofu gets blown up without remorse. Duracho is going to try and put a little bit of damage into Makoto. Charge from the other side of the map as well. Ace going to try and deal with Ollie. Once again, 23 Savage looking to try and play around with a Spirit Breaker Replicate. Ace is in some danger with the Purge. Great reaction out of the BKB from the Morphling, and again, Duracho will have 0 damage inside the bubble. It is an all-out retreat. They've got to cut their losses. Quinn will juke up to the north. TP still down for a couple of seconds. Looks like he'll be okay.
Legitimate right-clicker. Well, Makoto's reached that point.
Smoke on smoke.
As well. Doesn't want to let them get away, particularly Quinn. He's been pretty sneaky with that
Savage. Let's see how True Shift to be able to work with. Not going to be able to blow him up from 4 to 0. Ace spies the Shadow Demon, but doesn't commit with the charge. Got to be cautious. They group up instantly. The split away once again. Duracho doesn't find an opportunity for the Chrono, but everyone is isolated. Makoto's away from the boys. They're going to need to find some way to protect him with the Chrono. This time, will clip 2 heroes, and that gives him the opportunity to kill off Jabs as well. Savage against the world. Can he do it for the instant buybacks? Solid Guardian back into the middle. Savage, of course, has that second life. Down to the southern side, though, Ace gets some time to charge away, but the Fissure stops him from escaping. Duracho gets blown up as well. And now Quinn, looking like it might be a dieback, finds the blink at the last second. GAIMIN Gladiators not done. A seller will also be killed off inside. The river is up.
He knows that there's no backdoor protection. He knows that you're going to need to use a buyback for this. Otherwise, you're losing your entire base. But with no Chronosphere to be able to play around, can they 100-0 him?
I don't think you can. 3,500 health, and you got the Wind Waker out of Q, and now Quinn as well. Jumped on the backline from Makoto. Tossed into the double fissure. Quinn's down for over 2 minutes. And now the building's under siege. No chrono for the defense. They can go for the end if they want. Talon knocking one of the favorites down to start in the lower bracket.
More buybacks being used. They don't want to give this one up without a fight. This is starting in that lower bracket. A single series enough to be able to wipe you out. They would love to be able to pick up Rapier here.
The Rapier, Savage, Refresher used for the double waveform. That
they still can't
is all she wrote. Talon and Savage, take your freaking bow. What a comeback performance from the Southeast Asian boys. They are never out of any game.
And they are into the upper bracket as well.